Steve Buckley with Herald baseball writer Jason Mastrodonato at JetBlue Park in Fort Myers, Florida. I guess the big story today, Jason, is Rusney Castillo. His last at bat against Boston College yesterday here, the annual spring training game, comes up with a strained left oblique. How long is he going to be out?
Well, they don't know, because with obliques, it's one of the most fickle injuries in baseball. You use this area of your body in almost everything that you're doing in baseball, when you're swinging or throwing or anything. So they don't know. It could be anything from just a couple weeks to months. They said at least a week is what we know right now, but he's going to have to rest and let it heal and see where he comes up in another week or two. We're
talking about this morning. In my opinion, this is a team with question marks. This officially becomes the first bump in the road. As you pointed out, you don't know with an oblique injury. It could be a week, could be much longer. So my larger question is, in terms of roster, we were talking this morning about what, if any, possibility there was for Jackie Bradley Jr. to make this team an opening day. Even if Castillo is with the team on opening day, is there a possibility for Bradley to be with this team, or is he written off at this point?
I think there's still a chance. I mean, they're going to have somebody as a backup center fielder, whether that's Mookie Betts or Rusney Castillo, whoever gets that starting job. If they choose to put one of them in the minor leagues, well, who's your backup center fielder then? Because you don't want Shane Victorino going back to play center field. Not that he can't play it, but because you want him.
Back injury.
He's got back and hamstring issues. You just want him as healthy and consistent as possible. So Jackie, all things considered, has a chance to make this roster now. Could be a very valuable defensive replacement, or give guys off if they need a day.
As someone who thinks that Jackie Bradley Jr. is the best defensive center fielder I've ever seen in one season with the Red Sox, I will repeat, I didn't see Tris Speaker play or Dom DiMaggio. I think he's that good. I think he's the best defensive fielder they have ever had. I don't think it's that point in his career yet where he has to morph into a fourth outfielder, which eventually happened to guys like Gary Pettis, Nody B. McDowell. You wonder if he may end up with a different team down the road, but in the short term, yes, but you'd hate to see this guy turn into a bench guy.
Yeah, you would. And I mean, there have been other players who have gotten off to slow starts in Major League history. You know, he's not the only guy to do this. Carlos Gomez is one for me that comes to mind, because he was a guy who was way over aggressive when he first got to the big leagues and had to kind of turn his swing around and become more patient. He developed some power, and now Carlos Gomez is an MVP candidate. I'm not saying Jackie Bradley is an MVP candidate, but we know how good he is defensively, and he has been very successful at the plate in the minor leagues. So 1 or 2 good years from him could really jumpstart his career.
The Red Sox games against Boston College and Northeastern officially going to the book as scrimmages. They aren't real Grapefruit League games. The first one of those will be Thursday night, Lee County Stadium, Hammond Stadium, against the Minnesota Twins. So we don't really know how the center field situation is going to work out, other than what Farrell said, is that they will use a rotation of Betts and Jackie Bradley Jr. and just try to play with other guys in the meantime.
And what an opportunity for Mookie Betts now, who, I mean, not that he needs to prove any more than he already has, but if he's going to be their guy leading off, they want to see him run a little bit. He's got good wheels. Just bring that same approach that made him so successful in the minor leagues in those 52 games he played last year, where he had a .389 on base percentage for the final 2 months of the season. What an opportunity for this kid, and you'd have to think now he's probably in the driver's seat to win this job.
It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. They were filming a television commercial behind us here at JetBlue Park. That's our cue to get out of here. But Jason Mastrodonato, I'm going to have to learn how to say that, and Chris Evans, this is Steve Buckley.